We had a new secretary, Grant Hare, a new deputy secretary, Darryl Fraser. They'd visited a lot of secondary schools, particularly in this region, found that the infrastructure was pretty appalling. Basically schools built in the 50s, 60s and 70s, light timber construction, way past the use-by date. That was certainly true in Bendigo. So the idea of a Bendigo education plan started from there. The government was interested in a major commitment over 10 years to improve infrastructure in schools, and they committed $4 billion over 10 years. So that was a generation of the Bendigo Education Plan and the Broadmeadows Plan. So the government and the department wanted to use those two projects to, if you like, break new ground, to forge new school design, to work at schools, working in a network together, to actually get the right number of schools in the right number of places. So that was the political and department context for the Bendigo Education Plan. The teaching and learning was traditional, was conservative, and the best you could describe about Bendigo schools as overall were the 7 to 10 schools were average. And the clever thing we did, I think, was we didn't individualise one school from another. We said, this is collective data, you all own the data, we're networked together, we need to change this data. The challenge we had in the Bendigo Education Plan, I don't think any one school by itself could have achieved it. It's too radical, too challenging, but when you got 5 schools together, well, initially 6 schools, but now 5 schools, they keep each other going, they support each other. And so it's much easier to be radical when you've got 5 schools than it often is when you've just got 1 or 2 schools. So that's the power of the network, and I'm absolutely convinced none of these schools would have made this journey by themselves. I'm very proud of the way the leaders have carried through on the Bendigo Education Plan. It couldn't have happened without the principals being fully engaged and having high qualities personally and professionally, and we've had that. So the next generation of principals and their commitment to the Bendigo Education Plan is a challenge. We can actually create in Bendigo something which the world would come and have a look at.